Sena-shan, do you think Kozapi and Sena-shan should take their shoes off?
This is why Orihara is my favorite. The puns, baby. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask. My wallet is yours to command, milady. Oh my! I then timidly turned my eyes to the screen, and when I looked at the captions on the screen, I was completely dumbfounded. New gen culprit arrested? Huh? How's it going, everybody? HoodlaMutt here, back with some more Chaos Head Noah. And last time, nothing makes sense. There's so many delusions all over the place, and I can't make heads or tails of hardly anything. We found out by Bon talking with Yua that there might be something to the Ghetto Froggy kind of, excitement that's been going around, because they always do a thing on Friday to release a new, version of the Ghetto Froggy, and it's the weekends when the GE rate goes up, which means that there's probably a correlation according to Bon, and I'm inclined to agree. Takumi went with MISUMI-KUN and Dimi to the hospital to see Ayase, who wasn't anywhere to be found for some reason. And then we ran into, while looking for her and splitting up from the other two, coincidentally, we ran into a brick wall, a black wall of nothingness and void, and it gave us a headache. And when we tried to get help from Hazuki-san, she ran away, and we checked her little clipboard, and it had a bunch of images of which I actually thought at the time that we'd seen the image before, but it was literally just we saw the crucifixion before. So, yeah, don't know why she wrote that down 50 bajillion times, if she actually did write it or not. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anything. And that's the theme now. That's become the theme of this series. I don't know. But I guess without further ado, let's just get back into this, shall we? Evening fell on the roof of an old building in Shinsen, the building atop which Nishijo Takumi's container house stood, still as death. It was Aoi Sena's second time visiting. Oh, she's been trying to get him! Oh shoot, she's been missing him! Oh shoot, I didn't know she was ever showing up, what the heck? The first time had been a few days prior, following her encounter with Kozue and Takumi in Center Gai. She had gone on to tail the boy in secret. Through this, the location was set in stone in her mind.
Sena-shan, Kozapi doesn't think Kozapi and Sena-shan should be doing this. Kozapi hates thiefy stuff from you.
Why did you come with me then? Sena regarded Kozue in a cold manner, refusing to even turn around to view her sagging shoulders, nor her long face. Sena had come here to infiltrate Takumi's room. Nishijo Takumi is not normal. That was the conclusion she had come to after speaking to him many times. There was no doubt in her mind that he was distinctly different to normal gigglomaniacs like Kozue and herself. Did he possess delusional abilities so abnormal it proved terrifying? Or could he perhaps be receiving some form of artificial support? Regardless of what it might be, the uncertain nature of Takumi greatly bothered Sena. As of the current moment, she was searching for a man known as Hatano. There was a very real possibility that Nishijo Takumi had some kind of connection to him. Hatano? That name's familiar. Where did we... Oh, she said it before, but I don't think we actually know who the face connected with the name, okay? She had no conclusive evidence of this. But through investigating even the most lightly suspicious things with her own eyes, the possibilities would be torn down one by one. And with such methodology, she would find her target with absolute certainty. That was Sena's creed. The door had a padlock attached to it. With a slight scoff, she swung down her D-sword that she had preemptively reel-booted. The padlock was effortlessly smashed to pieces.
Won't Takumi-san get real mad when he gets back?
Sena had already confirmed that Takumi had been heading from school toward the station with two of his friends. However, even if he were to find out, it would make no difference to her. When it came to attaining her goal, Sena had no qualms with others coming to detest her, or even being reported to the police. Yeah, probably because she's like above them. She's like a freaking supernatural being in this plane of existence. She's freaking Neo. She can do whatever she wants. She's already begun to believe. She's past beginning. She's like already believing, so, you know. She opened the door and stepped into the room. Sena could only grimace at the disastrous cesspool of a room. The endless piles of trash forced a groan from her mouth.
Yucky!
Why does it sound like you're enjoying this, Kozue?
Sena-san, do you think Kozupi and Sena-san should take their shoes off?
This is why Orihara's my favorite. The puns, baby. With a sigh, Sena ventured deeper into the room, shoes still adorning her feet. That's probably a safe bet, honestly.
There's so many dollies. Opoo. Takumi-san really is a pervert. Wow.
Gosh dang it. Oh, why? Why me? Why now? Paying no heed to Kozue, who seemed oddly impressed, Sena stood before the PC. She turned the power on without hesitation and scoured the desk with her eyes as she waited. Huh? Furrowing her brow, she picked up a sheet of paper that had been left on the desk. An essay. Oh no, she's gonna see that "Whose Eyes Are Those Eyes" essay and freak out. She's gonna friggin' chokeslam us again or whatever.
Ah! 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 It's "Whose Eyes Are Those Eyes?"
Kozue had peeked at the essay from behind Sena's back, and she was now jumping up and down in excitement.
So Takumi-san really was the "Whose Eyes Are Those Eyes" guy after all. Kozupi was right. She really was.
In vast contrast to Kozue, Sena skimmed the essay with disinterest, then casually flipped it over. The very next instant, her eyes widened in shock. This can't be. Something was drawn there. It was... Oh, she's seen this before. She's seen this image before.
Oopie? Look at all those people. Is that a wobot? It says IR2 right there. Sena-san?
The sound of gritting teeth escaped from Sena's lips. Her expression was far more grim than usual, and the hand holding the essay trembled with anger. So, that's it. Nishicho is the one responsible for IR2. Her voice forcefully stifled. She crushed the sheet of paper in her fist. Uh-oh. Yep, we're gonna get chokeslammed for sure. He probably deserves it somewhere along the line, but That's gonna be interesting. I left the nurse's station and stumbled around the hospital, my mind buried in a fog. I was doing everything in my power to avoid thinking about what I'd just seen. Before I knew it, I found myself standing at the landing of the staircase, with MISUMI-KUN gazing outside by the window. What the heck happened to you? You're covered in sweat, dude. And you're looking pretty pale, too. Then again, pale's pretty much your permanent skin tone anyway. Oh, frick. Don't tell me. Were you running while looking for her? No wonder you're worn out. It ain't worth killing yourself over. I wiped my sweat away and tried desperately to feign composure. I found Dimi and Kishimoto. Despite what he'd said, I couldn't see either of them. Then, for some odd reason, he pointed outside the window. Over there. Once I caught my breath, I approached the window. I could see the outpatient ward from it. The outpatient and hospital wards were separate buildings, accessible through a corridor connecting them. They weren't all that far apart, though. The hospital ward had many floors, and the landing I was on looked slightly down on the roof of the outpatient ward. On that roof, shrubbery sporting red flowers formed a makeshift garden, and it seemed to be a place where patients went to relax. In the center of the garden, I could see Dimi and Ayase. Ayase was wearing pajamas, and she was discussing something with Dimi. Wait, really? So she can see Dimi? Wait, frick! Okay, but MISUMI-KUN still is not real because he's not with them for some reason, and not talking to her. Are they actually talking, or is... Frick me, man. Can Dimi make herself real to, like, certain people? And like, only her? Because I feel like most of the time people ignore her and MISUMI-KUN together, but certainly MISUMI-KUN. But, oh, man. I just don't understand anything. Those two shouldn't know each other, right? Not sure why, but it sure looks like they're discussing something real serious down there, right? Yeah. It almost looked like they were glaring at each other. Suddenly, Ayase closed in on Dimi and slapped her right across the cheek. Wait, so she can touch her too? What the frick? Also, she hit her? Even from where I was standing, I could tell that she hadn't held back one bit. Ayase then walked away from Dimi. She was heading in the direction of the passageway, so she was probably going back to her hospital room. My man, was that a backhand? Dude. Come on, man. Bro, are you real right now? I mean, you're not, but are you real right now? I nodded. Even after being left behind, Dimi didn't move an inch. She simply stood there. Is there some kind of drama going on between them? I didn't know that the one could be seen, so I don't know. If there was, I knew nothing about it. I readily went along with MISUMI-KUN's proposal to pretend like we'd never seen what we'd seen. We then decided to leave Dimi to her own devices and return to Ayase's room. The state of my body had mostly recovered by now, and God's gaze had vanished. It was to the point where it felt like that horrible sickness I'd been feeling had never even been there in the first place. Oh. MISUMI-KUN let out a sound from in front of me. I looked up in response, only to see Ayase walking over to us. Her head hung slightly limp, and her gaze pointed downward. Her steps were slow and lacked any energy. Her face was very pale, and her expression was, to no surprise, intensely somber. We had somehow managed to bump into Ayase right in front of her hospital room. "Yo, Kishimoto-san!" MISUMI-KUN gave the most eloquent greeting possible for him, to which Ayase raised her head in surprise. "So she can hear him now! What the frick? I thought she couldn't hear him and that's why she ignored him. Wah! I don't understand anything anymore. Everything's gone. Everything I've ever believed in is gone. It's just... I have no ground to stand on. What is happening? Everything's falling apart. Can she see them because she is a gigglomaniac, maybe? But they're still not real? I still don't think they're real, but this doesn't make sense for that theory. Like, oh my gosh. Maybe, okay, hold on. Let me see what the next few sentences hold, because maybe she's looking up in response to us and not to MISUMI-KUN. She looked at me, and then, despite seeming like she was on the brink of tears, she smiled at me. Why had she done that? Had she heard about the uproar that happened in front of O-Front? About all the shameful things I'd done? Or was she just being friendly? The former would be beyond depressing. "We thought you might be lonely, so we decided to pay you a visit. Though, I've gotta say, you're looking real cute in those pajamas, Kishimoto-san." Dude, okay, so she just looked at us again. I wonder if he'll get ignored again. His passive, pickup artist, had activated in barely any time at all. Talk about rushing the objective. "Come in." Although Ayase had treated MISUMI-KUN pretty coldly before, she didn't do that this time. Instead, Ayase opened her door and invited us in. She didn't show a single hint of having slapped Demi just a few minutes ago. Was she hiding it well? Or had she just already gotten over it in such a short time? As per usual, I had no idea what Ayase was thinking. Okay, I still can't tell if she notices MISUMI-KUN or not. "Taku, looks like coming to visit was the right choice after all. We hit the jackpot today!" You're such a gross dude, man. MISUMI-KUN gave a small fist pump while Ayase wasn't looking, then excitedly entered the room. I reluctantly followed after him. In all honesty, I wanted to head home with Demi ASAP. But I didn't have the courage to say anything to her. I didn't know the reason why, but being so fiercely slapped like that must have made her pretty depressed. And I knew I didn't have the words to encourage her. Ayase sat down on the bed, and MISUMI-KUN very casually sat beside her. Talk about daring. I couldn't help but be taken aback by MISUMI-KUN's mode of attack. Ayase gave MISUMI-KUN a single glance before fixing her gaze upon me. So she does notice him! Oh my gosh! Okay, but does she notice him and is gonna tell us that he's fake now? Am I gonna be right, or is he... I'm so upset right now. Nothing's real. Everything's fake. It's all part of the Matrix. This recording I'm making right now isn't even real. You're freaking faking it. You don't even know. You don't even know it's a delusion. Oh my gosh. Okay. Being stared at so blatantly put me at a loss for how exactly I was supposed to respond. I didn't know what kind of expression to make, so I just ended up looking down at the floor. "How are your injuries? You look like you're already about to walk out of here. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask. My wallet is yours to command, milady." Oh my gosh. Oh no, he's a freaking nice guy, dude. No. No. Oh, he's just a fedora tip away. Oh, no. Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, say it ain't so. He focused intently on Ayase's hand. If I had to guess, he was scheming on how best to grab it. That refined, slender hand. Should I just go? No, you have to be here so that he's not a freaking weirdo, dude. You have to. If he's actually real. I don't freaking know anymore. Nothing makes sense to me anymore. By the way, are you much of a reader? Me personally, I'm a big fan of the Gladio book of Psalms and Revelation. You heard of it, Kishimoto-san?
Takumi.
Leaving MISUMI-KUN's question unanswered, Ayase called my name. Dude, I think she notices him, but she's just not saying anything. Like, because she knows he's fake, right? So she's just like, yeah, whatever, you're a delusion. I don't need to pay attention to you. So that means that maybe Demi actually is real, but MISUMI-KUN definitely isn't. I feel it. I feel it still. I don't give a frick what's happening right now. I still think that at least he's fake, but she was able to hit. So unless Demi real booted herself or something, right? Then she could hit her? I guess. I don't know. I'm still gonna say both. I'm sticking to my guns. I think Demi and MISUMI-KUN are fake. All right. At least that way it's half and half. Because I'm near certain on MISUMI-KUN, but I'm not on Demi now. But I'm sticking to my guns, bro.
You are one of the 7 knights of Gladiol.
What? Huh? Right into the schizo crap, huh? Even the mayhem surrounding her attempted suicide hadn't been enough to change her at her core.
Us meeting. The event must have been brought forth by guidance after all.
Quietly, dispassionately, Ayase narrated. About what I could only call a totally chuny storyline.
Your wicked heart is immensely powerful. That is why it goes without saying. You have the makings of a black knight, manifestly so. The suffering you are experiencing right now is divine punishment from above, a trial of the greater will. When you overcome it, your D-sword shall be summoned. It will become yours. Of this, I am certain.
Okay. Wait, so let me see that again. So the suffering you are experiencing right now is divine punishment from above, a trial of the greater will. Okay, so like God or whatever is substituting as him in this case. Okay.
And then it shall appear. A dark, colossal serpent of wicked hearts. A being capable of devouring all corrosion, shattering the wicked-hearted king's body itself, and instilling heterogeneity in his homogeneity. They are real, Gladiol and the D-swords. The Kamaitachi are proof of this. Non-existent phenomena have never had their names engraved in history. Do you know of the etymology? Kamaitachi, the bearing of a sword. Thus are D-swords. Trust in me, Takumi. We shall defeat Gladiol together.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick! Oh, frick! No! No, don't make me choose here! I want to choose green! I want to choose green, but it's gonna be bad! Ah, frick! No, because I wanna, do I believe her, though? No, 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 not like this! Not a choice like this! Not like this! Ah, frick, okay. Not like this. Not like this. Okay, hold on. Let's just see what he says for a second. Gladiol. I remembered that name. I'd seen that term back when I'd first been researching D-swords. It seemed that D-sword was a term used in literature and holy crap, pseudepigrapha relating to the legend of Gladiol, or more specifically, a sword in it. I wasn't really sure though. Frick, man. Ow. Do I click green? She asked me to be her ally, and I want to believe her. No, but Sena said that we can't be part of the divine whatever, right? Oh, frick, who do I believe? I don't know. I don't know. Wait. Because remember, after Ayase jumped, freaking Sena shoved us up against a wall and was like, are you part of the Cosmic Church of the Divine Light? Which has to do with all this bullcrap, right? Oh no, oh no, oh no. I don't know what to believe. I don't know which person to go with. I trust Sena so much more than anyone else, so I'm inclined to go that route. Frick me. It literally, it feels like so one is like on the path of like some religious kind of element to it. It's like religious spirit to some degree, and the other one's more logic spirit, you know what I mean? So like, oh man, gosh. I don't know. This feels maybe like it could be red button. I could red button this moment. And it might make sense because he'd be like, no, I remember, but he might not either. I don't know. I hate this. 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 Sena makes the most sense out of everyone. But Ayase's crypticness is making me think that maybe there's something that it's like they want me to believe that she's insane so that I won't listen to her and I'll listen to Sena instead. But really, it's Ayase that has the correct information because she even said it said in the narration when we were in her head for a second that no one ever believed her when she was talking to Suwa, remember? So she's like, no one ever believes me when I say stuff about Gladiol and all that, but it's real. And so now I don't know. I mean, Sena believes it's real, but she thinks it's bad according to the fact that she shoved us up against a wall. I don't know. Frick. This is a sucky choice to have to make right now because I like both characters. I don't necessarily see them either as wrong or bad. Frick. I'm gonna click the red button, I think. This seems wow, but is it red button? This isn't necessarily bad, but in my mind it's bad, but Takumi might see it differently, so I don't know. Frick. I'm gonna click it. I think this is red button. Cause if I'm right and it is like green button and he sides with her, Sena said she was basically warning us against the Church of the Divine Light, right? I emphatically trust Sena and Orihara over Ayase. So, frick. I mean, they positioned me to not trust Ayase as much, though, right? Because she acts crazy. She jumped off a building, for goodness sake, right? Like, freaking. But she's just as crazy as we are, so there's that. I really wish Sena would be able, like, having both of them in the same room would help right now. If Sena was like super adverse to her, I'd know what to do like wholeheartedly. I feel like I'd totally be able to make that decision. I'm gonna say this is a red button. I don't trust it. I don't trust taking her hand in this. I just don't. I don't trust it. As I continued to think, MISUMI-KUN quietly got up and started to walk toward me. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. Okay. This is not good. I think, I don't know anymore, but I'm committed. I'm committed to the red button choice, okay? Here we go. He went to go right past me, but just before he did, he put his hand on my shoulder. I can't keep up with this anymore. Rest's up to you, dude. With a sigh of exasperation, he made to leave the room. Well. Oh boy. Stop.
Oh, frick! Oh, wait, she's telling him to stop? Wait, dude, wait, okay. Okay, what does this mean?
Ayase had finally said something to MISUMI-KUN, but she'd done so with a grim expression on her face. I wasn't sure why.
I will not allow you to leave.
Oh? What? You actually gonna give me the time of day now?
Yes, verily so. After all, I have long since known that you are a servant of the wicked-hearted king.
I knew it! Is it because he's part of Demi? So Demi's bad? And MISUMI-KUN and Demi are always together, and freaking MISUMI-KUN is part of Demi's freaking delusion that she created because she's also a delusion or something like that, dude. Oh no. Watch me be right again.
What even? Another part of her insane storyline? MISUMI-KUN looked pretty annoyed at being dragged into Ayase's bullcrap. A pretty justified response, to be honest. It wasn't even funny as a joke. However, Ayase seemed quite serious.
Takumi.
As she called my name, Ayase took out something that looked like a fruit knife from beneath the bed sheets, then threw it over to me. Uh-oh. Surprised, I hurriedly went to catch it. While the knife fortunately had a guard on it, I still came close to cutting my hand.
Kill him.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Kill him? What do you mean? Whoa! Oh no! Let's do it. I'm game, baby. I don't believe MISUMI-KUN's real, so let's do it. I'm ready. Oh no, what is happening?
Him? When Ayase said that, she was looking at MISUMI-KUN. What kind of bat-crap insane plot twist was this? Bewildered, I held the knife with a trembling hand.
Hey now. What? You're telling him to kill me?
Isn't that kind of a jerk move, all things considered?
Well, I know you can't stand me, Kishimoto, but I didn't know it was this bad. Never would have thought you'd say it to my face either. So, what was it again? Graviton... Wicked Hard? Not that I've got a freaking clue what any of it means. Either way, put the knife down, Taku. I trust you're smart enough to ignore Kishimoto's crazy delusions. They are no delusions. Takumi, do not let his words misguide you.
Oh, frick! MISUMI-KUN's expression stiffened, and he took a step away from Ayase. Oh, frick. Oh, no. She just said they're not delusions. What do you mean? What do you mean? I've spent the half of this game believing they've been not real. And if he is real, then that means Demi's also real in some way. Oh, no. Oh, no. Everything is falling apart. I can't keep up. Oh, no. I can't keep up. Oh, no.
There's something wrong with you. Takumi, you must kill him quickly. We cannot let him expose your existence to Gladiol.
With the knife in my hand, I slowly placed it back on Ayase's lap.
Takumi.
The things you're saying are completely insane. Oh no. Oh no. She looked up at me with sad eyes. It doesn't matter how you look at me. How the heck do you expect me to kill MISUMI-KUN? This has nothing to do with Gladiol or whatever. Killing someone would make me a criminal, and that's not gonna happen. Simple as that. Okay, so I did click the red button, so of course he's gonna go with the bad option. So maybe this is just a delusion that he's, like, hearing in his head right now. But, like, I want to know how much of this is true and how much of it isn't. Oh, frick! That's my bro. I knew you'd side with me, Taku. MISUMI-KUN clapped his hand on my shoulder. And then, casually as could be, without a care in the world, he grasped the knife on Ayase's lap. See ya, you schizo witch. And then, without stopping even once, he removed the guard from the knife before immediately slashing outward.
Oh, frick! No! 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 Should I have clicked the green button? No! No! Oh, no, no, this is bad. This is bad. If this is real, this is so bad. Oh, I didn't want that. I did not want that. That is not where I thought this was going. Oh, no, no, no. I just thought we were gonna disagree with her and run away like we always do. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Oh, frick. No frickin' way.
Oh, no. No, this has to be a delusion. There's no way this is real. There is no way this is actually real. Oh, no. Blood spurted from her neck with blistering speed. Some splashed against my face. It was very, very hot. Ayase's eyes were wide with shock. She was looking straight at me. Her body then slowly collapsed upon the bed. The pure white sheets were stained crimson. No way! Oh no! Oh no! Sucks to be you, Taku. That was your last chance to stop the resurrection of Gladiol. I couldn't even scream. Oh no! You should have trusted Kishimoto. As he said that, MISUMI-KUN got on top of Ayase's splayed-out body. Then, without even a hint of hesitation, he gouged out her eyeballs.
What the frick, bro?
And yet, her body didn't move. It didn't even twitch. MISUMI-KUN turned toward me, and with a cruel smile, he murmured, "Whose eyes are those eyes?"
Oh, frick me! What happened? Oh, good, thank God. Oh, gosh, dang it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, I thought that was going south again. Oh, they actually tricked me with that one. I thought maybe that was actually bad. Oh, no, no. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I don't know. How was I supposed to know if that was gonna be a good or a bad thing? I just thought he was gonna run away and be like, "You're a psycho," and like run. I didn't know it was gonna turn into that. Oh, frick, man. Okay, all right. It was fake again, maybe, sort of. When I came to, Ayase, who should have been covered in blood, was simply sitting on the bed, completely unharmed. MISUMI-KUN was nowhere in sight. Had that been a delusion? I let out a deep sigh of relief. That'd definitely been a nasty one. Feeling guilty, I apologized to Ayase inside my head. But since she couldn't hear my thoughts, Ayase just went on with her schizo babbling. It is all a divine revelation. They should have already assembled in Shibuya, the 7 Black Knights. Next is only for them to awaken. If we do not hurry, the world will be brought to ruin by the machinations of Gladiol. I don't know, man. She's kind of convincing me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of with her, man. She's she's convincing me with how convinced she is. You know, I don't know, man. But I still trust Sena more than I trust her, man. I simply do. So I don't know.
Oh man, this frickin' blows. Oh gosh, dang it. I wonder how much of these delusions are actually real and they're just passing them off as not real for now, but eventually it's gonna be like, oh, you thought that all these things didn't happen, but it was many world lines or something, some bullcrap or something, you know, like how Steins Gate did. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. With both our shoulders drooping toward the ground, MISUMI-KUN and I descended to the first floor of the hospital ward. Forget it. I don't care about that Kishimoto chick anymore. Up till now, I've always abided by my policy. I'll overlook anything as long as they're cute. But now, I know that was a mistake. Even I can't handle crazy witch levels that off the charts. I'll just play it safe and aim for Kozue-chan from now on. Not exactly sure if that made things any better. I mean, MISUMI-KUN had an actual girlfriend he was dating. You amaze me, man. I can't believe you were able to listen to Kishimoto's insane BS for almost half an hour. I seriously respect that. I couldn't even last 3 minutes. And we're talking about me of all people. How? Don't ask me. Barely listening to MISUMI-KUN, I focused on my surroundings as I walked. And then, I found a dazed girl standing in front of the outpatient lobby. Demi. Okay, alright. We're gonna get to see if maybe she says anything about the slap now, okay. From a side view, I couldn't see even a trace of her usual energy. She seemed deep in thought as she gazed up at the lingering sunset, her hair fluttering in the chilly breeze. Hey yo, Demi! Demi quickly turned after MISUMI-KUN spoke, her face brimming with surprise, then gave us a big wave.
Finally! I found you guys!
The sight of her smile filled me with relief. I instinctively ran up to her. Of course, I couldn't exactly bring myself to hug her or anything like that, so that was as far as it went.
Such a touching reunion. I'm so glad we were able to meet again, Taku.
Where the heck did you go?
I didn't know where the hospital room was. I was looking all over. I can't believe you'd just leave me behind like that.
Demi made a show of pretending to cry. Weren't you the one that told us to go on ahead?
I didn't I? So, were you able to see Kishimoto-san?
As I nodded, I noticed MISUMI-KUN was grinning very obviously beside me. Oh yeah, we did. And you got backhanded by Kishimoto, right?
Huh? What could you possibly be talking about?
Demi must have wanted to hide the fact that Ayase had slapped her. That was why I'd been avoiding the topic and leaving it at that. Read the freaking room, MISUMI-KUN. There's no use hiding it. I saw the whole thing. Makes me feel like a gossip-hungry housekeeper or something.
Huh. Guess I've been caught red-handed.
Her face now pointing down at the floor, Demi gave an awkward sigh, then gazed up at me.
Did you see it too, Taku?
Well, Yep. Taco and I saw the decisive moment when she let it rip across your face. Dude, you don't just say that. Oh, come on, not another friggin' oh.
Well, darn. I must look pretty stupid for trying so hard to hide it. But yeah, when I went to the rooftop, I bumped into Kishimoto-san. I then just kinda asked her something that was on my mind. But what I said seemed to ruffle her feathers a little bit.
What did she ask? Well, what was on your mind? I didn't know what to do there. What was I supposed to do there? Freaking neither of those seemed right. I guess I just let it go. I didn't. It didn't feel like a red moment. It didn't feel like a green moment. I don't know.
I asked her to show me her sword.
Oh, frick. Huh? No way. Could she really see D-swords too? For a split second, that was my assumption, only for it to be immediately proven wrong.
So, remember how you told me about her sword before, Taku? I kinda wanted to see it too, you know?
What? And you're telling me you got slapped for that? That makes no sense. Kishimoto never shuts up about swords, so she should have been ecstatic. I mean, the second we stepped into the hospital room, she immediately started droning on about this gladiator BS or whatever. It freaked me out, man. The three of us walking shoulder to shoulder, we made our way through the outpatient lobby. The outpatient reception was already closed, meaning very few people were still there. However, the large TV screen at the end of the lobby was still surrounded by around 10 or so people.
What's going on?
Maybe the newest new gen just hit? My body stiffened at what MISUMI-KUN had so casually said. But immediately after that, Dimi nonchalantly grasped my hand. Thanks to the warmth of her hand, my fear stopped there. The tension in my mind felt like it was melting away. Dimi was my sole support. Dimi gave me peace of mind. Dimi would stay by my side. It might be a little too optimistic, but I felt that as long as Dimi stayed by my side, I could barely, just barely, endure any fear that might come my way. Thank God. Dimi was here for me. Hey, you two! Check this out! MISUMI-KUN had already made it to the TV and was urging me and Dimi over to it. All the other people there, patients both young and old, and even some nurses, had gathered around the TV. Their eyes were glued to the screen. What the heck was going on?
Should we go see?
The two of us moved to a place where we could see the TV, with me guided along by Dimi's hand. I then timidly turned my eyes to the screen, and when I looked at the captions on the screen, I was completely dumbfounded. New Gen culprit arrested? Huh? It was a news report announcing the arrest of the New Gen culprit.
I repeat, our report concerns the colloquially named New Generation Madness, a series of murder cases occurring in Shibuya.
That's not Suwa, is it? No, that's not Suwa, I don't think. No, yeah, he has different colored hair. What am I thinking?
At 3:30 p.m. today, the man suspected to be behind the crucifixion case that occurred on September 29th was arrested. The suspect is 25-year-old Komaeda Shingo, who was unemployed at the time of his arrest. As per the interview conducted in the Shibuya police station earlier today, the suspect is currently only believed to be behind the murder of Oda Hisashi-san. and the police intend on pursuing charges for the other incidents as soon as the investigation into the third concludes. The suspect has confessed to the murder of Oda-san, testifying the following. Oda-san was stalking the woman I was with, and he refused to let up. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore, so I snapped and strangled him. But since he was a zombie and wasn't dying, I crucified him to stop him from moving anymore.
A zombie? Okay.
The rest of his testimony is littered with countless other incomprehensible claims. According to the police investigation, it was found that the suspect was not, in fact, with anyone at the time of the murder, and they suspect he may have been under the influence of pharmaceutical.
I was in a state of sheer disbelief. The TV screen was repeatedly broadcasting a recording of the suspect being transported by car. The flashes coming from the mass media surrounding the car made the screen flicker violently. The suspect was completely covered by his jacket, so I couldn't see his face.
Taku,
Demi whispered to me as I stared at the TV screen. Her hand squeezed my own.
see, Taku? You really aren't the culprit. That Shogun guy was just a silly little prank someone was playing on you.
Nah, dude. Nah. No. Nope. Demi set this up. Demi set this up. I know she set this up. She had to have. Between her and Shogun, right? Has to be.
And Kusunoki-san just came to the wrong conclusion. Right? With this, a neat little bow's been put on pretty much everything. You don't need to be afraid of something lurking in the dark anymore.
She is trying to convince us of that.
She was right.
Since the culprit behind the crucifixion had been arrested, that automatically meant it couldn't have been me. I hadn't been sleepwalking, nor did I have multiple personalities. This proved that I was completely normal. And at the same time, it also disproved that I'd seen Demi covered in blood at the scene. It wasn't real. It had to be a delusion I'd come up with. It was over. The nightmare that had been tormenting me without end for almost a month was finally over. Being afraid of shadows, being afraid of God's gaze, trying desperately to get a D-sword. None of those things were necessary anymore. Well, the thing is, even if they did get the guy, you don't even know, that this is the right guy or that he did all of the different murders, right? You don't even know that it's just a culprit. You don't even know if it's the correct guy, though, you know? They say it's the culprit, but it's more like a suspect, probably, right? So, I don't know, man. But even so, why? Why was there this feeling of unease deep within my chest? Shogun being a prank, and the person behind it was just stalking me for kicks and giggles. It just didn't feel realistic. But maybe I was only thinking like that because I'd pretty much forgotten all normal logic and reasoning over the last month. My phone vibrated in my pocket. Uh-oh. It was on vibrate, but phones still weren't allowed in the hospital. Uh-oh. I let go of Demi, exited through the front entrance, then pulled out my phone. Hello? You didn't check who it was, dude. You didn't check the caller ID. Who is it? I braced myself. You May Pass might have started playing again. I quickly went to check the name of the caller. Calling restricted, oh frick! but it was a restricted number. I was hit with a really bad feeling. But when I frantically went to hang up...
Big bro.
Oh, it's Nanami. Uh-oh. The horribly pained voice that had come through the phone was unmistakably Nanami's. Nami?
Give me back my right hand.
Oh, frick! What?